feeling I can't describe what it is to be alive, and no matter how I try, it escapes me. Heart set afire, glowing, crackling wild. This stops me in my tracks, yeah, it wakes me, and I say, took a moment just for me, and hell, it felt like eternity. The grass had never looked so good on both sides of the street. All the facts were still the same, but just a whole lot less like shame. And I fell in love with the rough spots on my face and feet.
Good morning. I'm Barbara Bryan, a member of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the Swannanoa Valley's Board of Trustees. I'd like to welcome you to our virtual service. If you're new to us and would like to receive our electronic communications, please contact our church administrator. Contact information is on our website at the link for visitors, uusv.org. That's uusv.org. As Unitarian Universalists, we do not offer a dogma, but we live by our 7 principles. These principles include believing in the inherent worth and dignity of every person, justice, equality, compassion, peace, liberty, use of the democratic process, a free and responsible search for truth and meaning, and respect for the independent web of life. And let our service begin.
Good morning, friends. I'm Lee Redding. I'm a member of the Sunday Service Associates. I am your host for this morning service, December 27th. We have a guest speaker coming from Austin, Texas, Reverend Erin J. Walters. She's a minister, activist, singer-songwriter, a former YMCA director. She serves on the board of the Texas UU Justice Ministry, and she's a community minister for Wildflower Church, based in Austin. She fronts a band called Parker Woodland. We'll have the fun experience of hearing her band in a musical selection a little later on. In Erin's words, I hope you brought a tambourine, because this morning we're going to experience music, dance, and the joy of the season.
Good morning from Austin, Texas. I'm Reverend Erin Walter, and it is a great joy and honor to be with you today on the last Sunday of the year. Welcome. I want to invite you to do what we sometimes do at Wildflower Church, the UU congregation. I serve as community minister in Austin, which is to light a chalice in spirit with our hands. If you have an actual chalice at home, go for it. But if you don't, that's all right. This is an embodied ministry that we all share as Unitarian Universalists, and so this is my chalice with you today. Let's take a breath. Know that we are lighting the flame within us together. I'm so glad you're here. I come to you from my home in Austin, Texas, because we are still sheltering in place. I honor the ways that we are all staying safe, and I give thanks to my daughter for letting me bring church from her room today, which has the best sparkle and rainbow Christmas tree and artwork in the house. I think something that we're learning this year is that our ministry and our work and our definition of church can be expanded, and we can grow and learn together. So today I'm celebrating with you all the things that we've learned, all the ways that we've grown, and all the ways that we've been resilient this year as individuals and as a community. Welcome, welcome. Let us worship together.
Hello, UU family. I'm going to sing a song with you called Shine on Me. It's an amazing spiritual that anybody can sing. And in these days when the things that we're dealing with, the feeling separate and all of that, and things seem so hard, this is one of those songs that you just throw your head back, put it in your medicine kit. All you have to do is ask. And here's how it goes. Shine on me, oh shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me, oh shine on me, yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Lift me up, oh, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up. Oh, lift me up. Yes, lift me up. Let the light from the lighthouse lift me up. Oh, hold me close. Yes, hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse hold me close. Yes, hold me close. So hold me close. Let the light from the lighthouse, please hold me close. Oh, shine on me, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. Oh, shine on me. Yes, shine on me. Let the light from the lighthouse shine on me. All you have to do is just ask. The light is always there. Always. Always. Oh, yeah.
During this season of light and hope and joy, we acknowledge that there is also darkness and despair that challenge us. This is the time in our service when you are invited to share those joys and concerns that are in your heart.
Hi, I'm Marty Saltzman, and I have a sorrow and concern for my neighbor, Nina White, who spilled hot oil on her foot while cooking on Saturday and had to be taken to the burn unit in Augusta, Georgia for skin grafts. So I'd like to wish Nina a speedy and full recovery.
I had one joy emailed in from Jim Carillon. He says 8 days ago, Aline and he had a wonderful opportunity to share an hour with their former foster son, Finley, and his brother, Nathaniel, at their new home in East Flat Rock. At 18 months and 3 years, respectively, they are so fun. They shared and opened their Christmas gifts and hope their new mom gave them gifts from the boys, including a picture of each boy on a unique tree ornament that now proudly hangs on their Christmas tree. It was the first time they had seen them in many weeks, which seems like months. We think the boys both recognized us despite the face masks. They seemed to be adjusting well to their new home. This was so much better in person than their occasional FaceTime video chat. They can't wait to do this more in person when the COVID crisis has eased sometime soon in the next year. This visit really made their Christmas. Thanks, Jim.
For those of you who, for whatever reason, didn't share a joy or concern this morning, just know that we hold you in our hearts and minds.
For our time of meditation and prayer, I want to share with you a meditation that has been helpful to me this year. This year has been, I think, a lot about finding our tools and our spiritual resources for getting through hard times. And one of them has been simply for me to ask other people, are there any prayers or good thoughts that I can hold for you? And so I'm doing that kind of all the time. I say to people, praying without ceasing, and I mean that. But one of the ways that I do it is through meditation and trying to stay peaceful and grounded as best I can. And a friend taught me a meditation that uses your hand, and it's both breath and embodiment, which I love. It helps you connect. You know, sometimes when you're stressed, you can get kind of in your head, and I think it helps to connect to your body. And it also shows us that a breathing exercise, you know, you don't have to take an hour and sit in a special position to meditate. There's no deep training that you need to start. So this is a good way to start if perhaps meditation or breathing exercises are new to you. It's just 5 breaths, and we know that because we have 5 fingers. So what we're going to do is I'm going to invite you to put your hand up too, and we're going to use the finger, and we're going to move up and down each finger. Feel your skin and breathe in and then out 5 times. Okay, will you do that with me? And just think about the gratitude that we have this breath, the gratitude for our bodies that have brought us here, that truly are beautiful in all their forms. Let's do it. Ready? Good job. And if you're feeling especially in need of breath, remember you can do 2 hands. You could do toes. This is something you can do with children. You can do it on your own. Don't close your eyes, but you could do it at a red light. So put that tool in your toolbox, and I hope it serves you well in the year ahead.
Foundations of community. We build on foundations we did not lay. We warm ourselves by fires we did not light. We sit in the shade of trees we did not plant. We drink from wells we did not dig. We profit from persons we did not know. This is as it should be. Together we are more than any one person could be. Together we can build across the generations. Together we can renew our hope and faith in the life that is yet to unfold. Together we can heed the call to a ministry of care and justice. We are ever bound in community. May it always be so. And so it is with deep gratitude that we ask all of our members and friends to support the work and the outreach of our congregation.
And now I'd like to invite you to enjoy our anthem this morning. You'll be hearing my voice singing. These are my lyrics, and this is my community that you're going to see in this video. This is the last time that we were all together in my home before the pandemic hit. And this song, which I wrote before the pandemic, is about, it feels even more about things now, but about how we face what's hard and also celebrate what's good. The love and the fire of this year and what we might learn from it. And just remember, when you watch all these people together, what we're fighting for by sheltering and by taking care of ourselves. We are fighting for the chance to safely be together this way again. I hope you enjoy. Sing along, dance along. You are invited.
It's a hard time to look for hope when the truth can feel like a joke or worse. They tell you it's your fault if you trust. But there's one thing I know, it's this: opposition
What a year it has been. A year of incredible loss, both very tangible as well as spiritual. And it's a year when I think many of us found what keeps us going. We have found some resilience, or we knew we had it and we put it to good use. Some of us are still grieving, and it will take a long time. Wherever you are today, as we seek to both celebrate and mourn what this year has been, my heart is with you. And I'm so grateful that you are a part of this community, that you have this community to go through all of this with you. It's no small thing. It's no small thing at all. So as we reflect on this year, I want to share with you a couple of my sources for strength, for spirit in hard times and in good. And so the first one I want to recommend to you is the Poverty and Justice Bible. Now, I grew up UU with not a lot of Bible exposure and experience, so I've been trying to catch up in adulthood on some of this biblical literacy, and it's been a very interesting process. But I'd heard that the Reverend Dr. William Barber, one of our great justice advocates and leaders in this country, used this version of the Bible. So this is the one I got, and here's what makes it special. So in it, passages are highlighted. I didn't do this, though I love to highlight books, but passages come pre-highlighted that relate to issues of poverty and justice. And so I trust that you as Unitarian Universalists are concerned with those topics, and so you may be interested in this version. But what I'm going to read to you from it today is just a little piece of Exodus. The book of Exodus, feminist scholar Carol Myers argues, might be the most important book of the Bible. It tells the story of the Israelites' long, hard journey from slavery to the Promised Land. And while the struggles may not be the same, I certainly think many people can relate to this feeling of being in the desert, being in the wilderness in 2020, of striving to move from struggle into some sense of paradise or release. And certainly not just the COVID-19 pandemic, but when we think about the pandemic of systemic racism, environmental degradation, so many struggles that we face in modern life, I think we can draw from this story. Now, it's not all struggle, though. In Exodus chapter 15, the Song of Miriam, we find this. After the Israelites had walked safely through on dry ground, Miriam, the sister of Aaron, was a prophet. So she took her tambourine and led the other women out to play their tambourines and to dance. Then she sang to them. Now, I want to thank a friend who pointed this out to me in seminary because it gave me so much joy that even in this hard time, when these people could not have brought much, could not have had much energy, they brought tambourines. And I love the part that it says Miriam was a prophet, so she brought her tambourine. And those two letters, that small word, they say so much. Not Miriam was a prophet, but they let her bring a tambourine. Not Miriam was a prophet, oh, and by the way, there were tambourines. She was a prophet, so she had a tambourine. And the women had tambourines. And I don't think that that's something to be taken lightly. I heard our incoming Vice President-elect Kamala Harris talk about a return to joy in her speech in shattering that glass ceiling. And we need joy in our lives to get through hard times and to do the work of transformation, of liberation. So this prophet Miriam brings tambourines and the women go out to dance and sing. I want to ask you and invite you to think about what your tambourine is. If we are all called to be prophets in some way, shape, or form as Unitarian Universalists, and I believe that we are, that we all have a saving message for people, that we are all loved just the way we are, that community is here for us, well then what is your tambourine? Maybe you're a musician like me, and so it's pretty literal. Maybe you're going to sing, maybe you're going to dance, and you're going to invite people to come and sing and dance in church with you. But maybe it's something else. What is your tambourine? Your instrument of joy, your instrument of inclusion. And did you use it this year to invite others in? Did you say to a lonely neighbor, will you go on a masked walk with me? I love the out of doors. Did you say to a friend, come walk the dog with me? Or here's the garden I'm working on. Or here's the recipe I love. Did you find a way to safely invite people in to your joy? And if you're not sure what your tambourine is, can you make that a mission for 2021 to find one? We all need to have that something that sustains us in hard times and then share it with others. So that's one question I have for you is what is your tambourine? And I also want to say, as someone who lives in a city that is known for live music, it's been very hard not to have it. And so I'm grateful to church for a place of music. I want us to remember that this year we kept singing even when we were on mute. Now my lamp keeps going out over here, and that's actually kind of appropriate because I have a piece of poetry I want to share with you that relates a bit to light and darkness. And we've also been in this solstice time. And so I want to invite you to take a breath with me and prepare your heart for the poetry of Rainer Maria Rilke. This is another sort of tambourine in my life this year, a poem that has been a source of comfort, of strength that a friend sent to me when they knew that it was a particularly hard time for me. Like many people, I lost my job to COVID-19. I was a chaplain and a director at the YMCA in Austin, and we made it work as long as we could. But like many businesses and organizations, there was not the money to keep everyone on staff. And so in August, I lost my job and transitioned into a different form of community ministry. And so I also give thanks for the opportunity to come see you as a piece of purpose and creative change in my life. But so a friend sent me this poem, Go to the Limits of Your Longing. And I've always loved Rilke, but I didn't know this one. And they sent it to me because there's this line, just keep going. No feeling is final. But when you listen to this poem, I also want you to think about what it says about light and dark, because that's what really moved me. Here it is. Go to the limits of your longing. God speaks to each of us as he makes us, then walks with us silently out of the night. These are the words we dimly hear. You, sent out beyond your recall. Go to the limits of your longing. Embody me. Flare up like a flame and make big shadows I can move in. Let everything happen to you. Beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final. Don't let yourself lose me. Nearby is the country they call life. You will know it by its seriousness. Give me your hand. I hear the voice of the divine through Rilke using words about light and dark, words that we dimly hear. Embody me, flare up like a flame, make big shadows I can move in. And what I love about this, in a year when I've been talking about the world's on fire and we still fall in love, here is this flame, not just in a negative way that things are on fire in a literal or a figurative sense, but make a flame so that there will be a big shadow that the divine can move in. When it's dark, this season of the year, this season of our lives, if you're missing someone over the holidays, if you're grieving, if you wake in the night, as I sometimes do, I joke to friends, just so that my negative thoughts can have time to themselves to roll around in my head. In those dark times, can we remember the beauty that comes with darkness, with blackness, the inherent glory of the night sky and its stars, what Rilke describes, these big shadows that the divine can move in. In those times where the night is long, God, the divine, the still small voice, however you want to define it, is with us. Deeply, deeply with us. You are never alone. I have felt at the limits of my longing so many times this year, with children at home doing distance learning, in my home with my partner, feeling both alone and surrounded by people, never getting a moment's peace all at once. However this year has been hard for you, I want to celebrate that you have made it. You are here. That is no small thing. It is a testament to your ancestors. It is a testament to you. It breaks my heart, the people that we've lost this year to the pandemic, and the ones we've lost to all the other reasons that we can't get together and mourn. And there is so much love, so much beauty that is still there with us in these great shadows. Remember, please, to keep dancing. Remember that you can be a prophet, a messenger of joy for others. Keep inviting people in. The community needs this church, this congregation, more than ever, and online makes it accessible to many people. So I hope you'll be taking care of yourself in this new year, and I hope you'll be reaching out, bringing joy, bringing comfort, bringing justice, bringing love everywhere that you can. Amen, and blessed be.
My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, the far off hymn that hails a new creation.
No storm can shake my inmost heart, while to that rock I'm clinging, since love prevails in heaven and earth. How can I keep from singing? While all the time
For our benediction, I invite you to reach out your hands. If you are with someone in your home, what a blessing. I hope you'll hold each other's hands and send good energy and love to those who have no one's hand to hold at this moment. And if you're on your own, may you feel the love of the community surrounding you, and maybe imagine whose hand you're going to hold when we're back together in person in our communities. All right, let's take a breath together. Spirit of life and love, this great mystery, this great turning of our lives, I give thanks for this day. And yes, I give thanks even for this year, which was so hard. I give thanks for the lives of those we have lost. May their spirits live on in us. I give thanks for the ways we have been resilient and cared for each other, for the ways that we keep dancing. How can we keep from singing? Thank you for this community. Care for its spirit, its health, and everyone here. With love, with gratitude, and deep hope and faith for the year ahead. Amen. Blessed be, and I hope to see you again soon.
That's it, sir.
You're done.
I'm done.